like a beast.
So we just talked to Aerial Powers, and I hear that you're going to be in her tournament. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
We don't have any details yet, but I do know that Hazel's going to be a captain, and she asked me to be on our team. I don't know if I was supposed to be a secret or not, but everybody knows now I'm on Hazel's team, so look out for us in the Aerial Powers tournament coming up. The all-female tournament, by the way.
So what's your game plan going into this tournament?
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K's Payday. A lot of optimism. Thanks, DA. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
And he's not passing the ball as well this month. If you look at his numbers from earlier in the season, he's not seeing the court as well. It may be a little too focused on creating his own shot than orchestrating for the guys around it.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Holiday in at the 2. Not a lot of experience with this one, Clark, tonight, but two good young teams. Talk about the difficulty, though, of winning a championship without that veteran presence.
I think it's virtually impossible, Kevin, to have all young guys and be championship caliber, regardless of the talent level. Even the young Warriors teams had veterans like Andre Iguodala. Experience especially shows up at crunch time.
Very good point.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Stolen by Carter, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Porter passes to LaVine. Markkanen trying to break loose. And there's LaVine on the assist by Porter. Porter's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Holiday. Back to Brogdon. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, that's offensive interference. The Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Right side, Markkanen. Inside, here's Carter. And the layup is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4 who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Free throw good, LaVine. Well, you just watch LaVine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with LaVine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul. The Pacers making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. Baseline J on the way, and the shot goes down. 7 points for Zach LaVine.
Oh, great ball movement there.
On the left block, and that one's good, Brogdon.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon is not the biggest guy, but that does not stop him from being aggressive and assertive inside.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Markkanen kicks to Porter. Markkanen down low. He's covered by Warren. Over in the corner, White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. White's got 5 now.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Markkanen passes to Carter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Miles' turn. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
The Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Saransky's checked in for Zach LaVine, and it's done in for White. Now, here is Young. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Bitadze, back to McConnell. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Sampson. Shoots from 14. Carter pulls it in. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Hutchison. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Hutchinson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Sampson. Passes to McConnell. Pass to Sampson. The layup off target. Not going to go that time. And so it's Chicago, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 4. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got T.J. McConnell, and it's Bitadze in its center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Bulls. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
You know, when he gets that close, Young is going to finish with a dunk.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now, here is Young. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Here's Vitadze. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's McConnell. Got it from 16 feet.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
The Bulls leading by 18. Here's Dunn. And the layup's good off the glass. Dunn's got his first bucket in this one.
Phenomenal body control by Dunn. Driving straight into the heart of the defense and burying the shot even with contact.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Then for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Zach LaVine comes in for Valentine. And it's White in for Chris Dunn.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Oladipo after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Chicago making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Pass to Holiday. Takes the three. Nice D from Levine. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 12-4 run. And the jam by Levine.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
McDermott's checked in for Aaron Holiday. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Out to Turner. Back to Brogdon. Latrey. The shot missing. And in Chicago the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
Here's Hutchison. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hutchinson's got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently. And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to lead the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
And, you know, the 2016-17 Rookie of the Year continues to impress. Brogdon is a valuable role player who does a lot of things well.
Saransky's checked in for White. Here's Hutchison. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists in the game. Turner passes to McDermott. Brogdon against Satoransky. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Boy, good shot selection there from Oladipo. Part of what makes him efficient on offense.
The pass to Hutchison. They get it back. Yep, it counts. 12 points for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And here's McDermott. Brogdon outside. From outside, off the mark. And so it's the Chicago.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective flipping. And that's a...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Chicago shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor.
And you know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of Levine helps him in a lot of ways.
Here's Brogdon, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic,
yes,
outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
The Pacers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Holiday inside the line, and it's White with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Bulls have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. First one falls for him. So for the Bulls, Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. And it's Harrison in for Zach LaVine. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Holiday kicks to Sumner. Now Holiday, he's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. Bitadze with the bucket.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about it, market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles, season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Bitadze. Pass to Holiday. McConnell with it for 3. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Valentine with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The shot open and close and nails it.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Sumner. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
McDermott's checked in for Indiana. And finished off by McDermott.
I'd love to see more of this from McDermott. I mean, when he hustles like that in transition, he makes an impact.
Here's Hutchison. Cornette controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cornette's got 4 points this quarter.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
McDermott passes to Sumner. That 3 off the mark. Chicago's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. The Pacers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Out to the right wing. Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded closely with some arc, and he gets it to go. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hutchison. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Hutchinson's got 15.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
McDermott. Rebound by the Bulls. Cornette's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. It's Chicago just dominating this one. It's the NBA. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Defensively, we got to keep these guys.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. McDermott is out there with Leaf. Then it's Johnson, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. That's the Pacers' 5. And Chicago shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. And that one drops for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Now here's McDermott. And stolen by Dunn. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Satoransky, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's a outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Johnson's shot is off.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Dunn attacking. And he gets the bucket.
And once again, Chris Dunn showing off his all-around game. Not just an incredible shooter, but an excellent finisher at the rim as well.
Here's Leaf. Pass to Sumner. Here's Leaf. Dunn covering. Here's Sumner. Pass to McDermott. The shot from 20 feet away. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And some changes here for the Pacers. Jakar Sampson's checked in for McDermott. And it's Oladipo in for Justin Holiday. The Bulls also changing it up. Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Harrison in for Dunn. From deep three-point range, that shot off. And the Bulls going the other way now. Valentine kicks to Satoransky. Back to Valentine. And there's the pass to Harrison. The three. Offensive rebound. For Indiana, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Sampson's shot, good.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
Now the Pacers moving it up. On up the court. Here's Sumner. And no good. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And here is Valentine. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Oladipo. Then for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Harrison, and it's done in for Satoransky.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Cornette. He's covered by McConnell. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Kicks to Dunn. Here's Hutchison. Just 4 to shoot. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Leave passes to Sampson. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
With the putback.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Dunn dishes to Valentine. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. From deep. No good there. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Of course, always.
So, Pink, last year, I remember we talked about the WNBA coming to NBA 2K for the first time. I can confirm that it's back in NBA 2K21. What are some things you'd like to see to improve on the WNBA inclusion?
I would like to see like people that are not my size look so short. Like I remember Erica Wheeler. I remember playing with her. She looked like, you know, really small.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, now it's great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And there's Levine on the assist from Carter.
Now this is the confidence Levine has in himself. I mean, he knows he has the touch to score inside.
Love dishes to Garland. Pass to Sexton. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. First quarter, just over a minute played. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Garland.
He's a fluid athlete with great coordination for his size. Markkanen moves his feet nicely.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
And the pass to Drummond. He feeds it to Love. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And this is an area where Love feasts. I mean, he's so assured. He feels like he can nail every shot.
And stolen by Drummond. Sexton with it. Markkanen on him. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got his second basket of the game.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though. But this team needs results. He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Stellar awareness from Levine. I mean, seeing an opening and ripping through it with his relentless athleticism.
Bulls trail by 3. Lays it up off the glass. Levine's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Osman. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
White looking around. Kicks it to Levine. Outside Porter. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. To the middle and stolen by Love. Here's Osman. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Osman's got his second bucket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Porter. Count it.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Cleveland leading by 4. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
And Levine throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
The open look here for Sexton. Passes it to Garland. From outside the arc, the basket good off the assist from Sexton. And that's now 6 points for Darius Garland. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Porter. Another one falls for Chicago.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 6. And Drummond kicks to Garland. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
So for Chicago right now, Chris Dunn is out there with Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Young, and it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. Shots good from Young.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Hutchison, done outside. To the paint. Goes up again. Nance with the rebound. Cavaliers leading. Here's Windler. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Such an explosive first step. I mean, you can't give Dunn these lanes, but he jumps right on them.
The free throw drops in for Dunn. And you love to have a player like Chris Dunn out on the perimeter with his defense.
Oh, man, big men love guards that can actually keep their assignment in front of them. Dunn has quick feet, great lateral movement, and that's why he's a successful defender.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Shaquille Harris comes in for Satoransky.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
Cavaliers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pass to Thompson. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Chicago trailing here. Here's Harrison. Here's Young. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from 14. Count that one. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
I like watching Thompson shoot from here. His jumper is looking better and better.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Windler, the pass to Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Sexton, he's checked in for Garland. And Chicago also making a switch. White, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. Thompson dishes to Sexton. Tries again, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And that's one of those guys who just tends to live at the line. Sexton's working hard to improve his consistency there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Markkanen's checked in. Valentine with it, working on Drummond. There's the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Eddie Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Here's Porter. Chicago grabs the miss.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
And it's White missing. The Cavaliers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. Chicago also making some changes. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Valentine. Zach LaVine comes in for Harrison. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Here's Hutchison, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Carter, the pass to Markkanen.
Given his size and skill set, Markkanen is hard to deal with, especially when he's looking to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Markkanen drops them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. Good work defensively by Carter.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And LaVine throws it down.
Well, that's the specialty of LaVine's. I mean, if you're the defense, you got to know he's looking to dunk it home. Make a poster on him.
And another miss by Cleveland. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Here's Osman, just 5 to shoot. There's the pass to Drummond. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A lot of player ejections in the playoffs last year. In fact, the highest in 3 decades. Seems like tensions, Chris, with the officials are still escalating.
Well, yeah, the relationship between the players and the referees, it's always an ongoing process, and it's definitely getting better. But last year we had the highest number of new referees in the history of the NBA. And so you're going to have a growing pains when you have younger guys and understanding the culture of the league. But I like the way that we're going, and some of those rejections were warranted. Some of them weren't. I just look at that year as, that just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to hold players and referees accountable to last season. I think we need a little bit more context before we make a decision on player ejections and flagrants and things like that. Just a little more research.
Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Kevin Love, Levine kicks to Porter. This one for three. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Porter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Drummond with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Cleveland turns it over again. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. And you look at White, a top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Markkanen, and it's done in for White. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
Garland with the bucket.
An 0-for-3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
And it's Young finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Osman, the pass to Love. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Windler, guarded by Levine. Windler's shot is off. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Outside, Porter. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
The Bulls leading by 10. In transition, here come the Bulls. And the jam by Levine.
As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
There's Garland. On the 3 off target.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Levine kicks to Young. Thompson with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Puts up a 3, sinks the triple. Osman's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs.
And look, I like how aware Thompson is. He knows when to pass the ball to a teammate in a good position, coming off that screen and roll.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year. But you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
and gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Porter's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. It's deflected, and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The Bulls leading by 13. Now Satoransky, and stolen by Love. One-on-one fast break. And that one's good. Osman's got 12 points in the game.
And you see the work Drummond has put into passing the ball. Solid at spotting the open man. No hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Oh, big time shot!
He just beat the buzzer. He barely beat the buzzer right there.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls out front, up by 10. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. We've got Satoransky, Valentine out there with Harrison, and it's Cornette in at the center.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look. He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in, and the free throw, no good. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Sexton dishes to Drummond. And Garland has it in the corner. Passes it to Osman from the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
And out of bounds, the Cavaliers will take it.
And the easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waste.
And the Bulls making a change here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Levine's checked in for Harrison. And it's White in for Satoransky.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Levine, it's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 16.
You better box out. Can you say poster? Because whenever you don't, he makes you pay for it with the putback dunk.
Now, here's Garland. Defense is right there. Down low, it's stolen by Carter. To the inside, Levine, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. Some players are what we call quiet scorers, Chris. They put up a lot of points, but you don't realize until the end of the game just how effective and what kind of points they put up.
Oh, yeah, especially when you look at two-way players like Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. Or how about a Bradley Beal out there in Washington? You look up at the scoreboard and you're like, wait, how did he get 30? And don't forget about the running mate with Damian Lillard up there in Portland. Cullen, he's a bad man as well.
There's Garland. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Porter with the steal. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup good by Sexton.
Oh, they tailored their offense around him, and let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
To the paint. Bean passes to Markkanen. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Stolen by Carter. Markkanen with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Count it.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
At the elbow, it's Drummond. Love the pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Just an outstanding recognition by Drummond, rolling like a boulder to the rim and getting the ball in the perfect spot.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
What a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Hutchison with the rebound. The Bulls have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Down low. Shot left block. That misses off the backboard.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And another miss by Cleveland.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Lets it go from the wing. That shot missing, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Bell passes to Zizic. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Now, you started an amazing group, Ball Like Her. Talk more about that.
Yes, Spotlight Her is basically a safe place for all women gamers from all walks of life. You know, women supporting women, empowering women to do, you know, streaming, create content without a fear of, oh, you're a girl, you can't play video games, or go get in the kitchen, or the crazy things that we hear on a day-to-day basis. It's basically a safe place. So for any women gamers out there that are watching this,
our camera circling high above American Airlines. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And, of course, the Bulls. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And, you know, for the Heat, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, if they're a stock, I'm buying. They faced down every challenge in front of them this season and have turned into a team that has to be considered a major playoff threat.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the small forward position. And for the Heat, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point. And in tonight's game, pride definitely bred at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006. Which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the Rock'em Sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
Here's Levine. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Levine. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Here's Nunn. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Now Jones following the miss by Otto Porter from deep. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Robinson. From past the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the left side wing. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Butler with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. Deep 2 from Robinson. Rebound by the Bulls. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Good on the shot. Bulls trail by 5. Stolen by Robinson. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
But put back. They need this. Porter, no luck.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Now here's Butler. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte, and they really needed him. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Jones. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
A moment now to see the numbers for Porter. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Heat with some changes. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Butler. Now, here is Young. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
For Chicago, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. Thaddeus Young, number 1.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponent.
For 3, Olynyk bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Inside, power down with both hands.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Crowder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder. Greg, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
The D is there, but not present enough, Kevin. You can't just be there. You got to disrupt and get in the face of the shooter.
On the money with the open jumper.
Got to watch Iguodala down there, slipping around and capable of finishing in that spot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Cornette. Rebound by Olynyk.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Back to Dragic. Out left to the wing. Wide open. And another basket for Miami.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Here's Cornette. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how
things are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Dragic is out there with Hero. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Crowder in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Now, here's Satoransky. Young with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 5.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Hero passes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
One thing you notice about Leonard, he shouldn't be just a good outside shooter. He has the wingspan and verticality to be a factor at the rim.
And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
So it's Miami now after the Bulls pick up 2. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Markkanen comes in for Luke Cornett. And it's White in for Satoransky.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Dean comes in for Denzel Valentine. And that one misses. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the Toner court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Miami leading by 7. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Stolen by Markkanen. Carter looking around with the shot. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Robinson with it. Now defended by Levine. And the Heat, another 3.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Outside, Markkanen. Out to White. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Carter. It's Adebayo with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Carter dishes to Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Porter, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Out to the right wing. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target from three-point range. Bulls trail by 10. To the middle, here's White. It's blocked. Butler deciding where to go with it. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. In the corner, it's Levine. Outside, Porter. Over in the corner, White. Got it up. And so it's the Miami Heat. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They lead by 10. And that...
if you're just joining us in this one. First half is in the books. 1 half to go. Chicago's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Bulls 5 right now. Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
The Heat leading by 8. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Passes it to Nunn. Back to Adebayo. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Carter. The Bulls shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Porter. Count that bucket.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Jones, the pass to Nunn. Adebayo against Carter. The pass to Nunn. Stolen by Markkanen. One-on-one here. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Nunn can't get it to fall. Bulls trail by 4. And there's Levine on the assist from Carter. Levine's got 12 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the basket by Jones. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. The kick out to Porter. Levine looking around to the paint. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Butler. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Jones, the pass to Nunn. Over Levine. Nunn, that's good. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Shoots. And that one's good by Porter. He has 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Adebayo passes to Nunn. Markkanen against Jones. The shot, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore, and I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit, and that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Right wing. Here's Hutchison, defended by Crowder. Hutchison's shot is off. The Heat leading by 6. Iguodala, the pass to Olynyk, releases. They get it back. Adebayo kicks to Olynyk. Stolen. Satoransky against Iguodala. Cornette, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Cornette's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Here's Adebayo. Dragic finds Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Solid pass from Dragic there to set up his teammate. It's
Young on the wing. Back to Dunn. Young left side. Pass to Cornette. Here's Hutchison. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Iguodala. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's an 8-point Heat lead.
That's something Iguodala would like to do just about every time. A good scorer around the rim.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cornette passes to Hutchison. Shot clock at 6. And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. 11 seconds left in the third. Good on the bucket. Dunn's got his first bucket of the night.
Amazing job by Dunn, positioning himself well inside and dominating the defense.
Here's Hero. No good from outside. And so it's the Miami Heat. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Myers-Leonard is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the shooting guard. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Dunn after the made shot from Goran Dragic. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Dunn.
There's just no way you are stopping Dunn when he's that close to the bucket. A skilled finisher and amazing athlete.
Now here's Olynyk. Leonard attacking. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one at the line is good.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here is Young. Kicks to Valentine. Just 5 on the clock. And he jams it with authority.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
It's good. And that's now 6 points for Chris Dunn.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots. You can definitely see a difference.
Now here is Robinson. Ripped away. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Robinson passes to Dunn. Hits the three-point bomb.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Back to Harrison. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Off the inbound pass. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Carter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Three-pointer, Butler connects from three-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Leonard brings the double team. Here's White. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Passes it to Adebayo. Back to Leonard. Over Carter. They get it again.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. A different look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Derek Jones in for Leonard. Here's White. Nunn grabs the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. It's stolen by Carter. There's Levine. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
So aggressive once he gets high. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Nunn passes to Butler. Stolen by Carter. White drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Now, here's Olynyk. Here's Nunn. Olynyk with it. Now defended by Levine. Inside. Here's Robinson. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Olynyk the pass to Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Heat.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
To the inside. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Olynyk, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Shoots it up. Basket good.
And once they smell blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah. And so Miami takes this one by a big.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
What's up, My Team fans? We have 2K TV My Team correspondent Blake here to tell us what the devs are saying. Blake, I know you've got some My Team news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested in, I know Evolution cards were big on the scene coming into 2K20, and now
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Brogdon.
And he's not passing the ball as well this month. If you look at his numbers from earlier in the season, he's not seeing the court as well. It may be a little too focused on creating his own shot than orchestrating for the guys around it.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. And for Chicago, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Wow, hammering it in.
Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry. I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015, he has gotten better every single year.
It's blocked. And here we go, the Bulls' first break. Levine finds Carter. 2 points, that one goes.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And Doris, you look at Turner's end, it's definitely at both ends of the floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter, and now all of a sudden he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
TJ Leafs checked in for Indiana. Johnson comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. On the wing, Johnson shoots it. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Porter, no luck. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Holiday, the pass to Leaf. Back to Holiday. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
McDermott's checked in for the Pacers. Markkanen can't get it to go. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
Here's McDermott after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Out to the wing. Indiana again turning it over. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Miles Turner, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Oladipo. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Fast break. Here comes Indiana.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Young left side to the middle. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Number one, the Bulls.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Now, here is Young. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Now, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Hutchison, that's in, coming off the assist from Young. Hutchinson's got 5.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
McConnell scanning the floor. All alone. It's hauled in by Cornette.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Hutchison, lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bitadze with the bucket.
You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Cornette. Satoransky in the corner. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's Brogdon from the arc. That one, no good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, we've got Satoransky, Valentine out there with Young, and it's Cornette in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Valentine, following the basket by T.J. Warren. Valentine kicks to Satoransky. Inside. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Brogdon.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Chalk up 2 there. Cornette's got his first points of the night.
And back in his day as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And this is
And here we go, Coach's Challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season, the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Stolen by Brogdon. To the paint. Here's Warren. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And very much a modern offensive game for Miles Turner. Doris not a post-up guy per se.
No, he can shoot the face-up jump shot. He's exceptional at rim.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, that's an example of the long arms of Victor Oladipo. He really makes it difficult with his defense.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Warren. Here's Sumner. No points in the game yet for him. Bucket is good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Back to Markkanen. Turner with the steal. Here's Oladipo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. Down low, and then Carter with the jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Harrison passes to Markkanen. That one goes. Count it. Markkanen's got 5 points so far.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, the D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Satoransky.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Markkanen dishes to Carter. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Inside, here's Markkanen. Nice D from Warren.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And even 3-on-3 break. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Satoransky. Shoots over Brogdon. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And yes, it's good.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Valentine, that's for 2. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They hold a 4-point lead. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Wendell Carter in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
On the court for Indiana, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The 2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
You know, no question, Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Indiana also making some changes. Doug McDermott comes in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. In the corner, it's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Well, multiple-time winner of the slam dunk contest, Levine has got a creative streak.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Passes to McDermott. Back to McConnell. Shoots over White. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And the jam by Levine.
Boy, Otto Porter with the pretty delivery. That's nice.
Holiday against Porter. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Holiday.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
So for the Bulls, Young comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Dunn in for White. And so it's Indiana with it. Now, here's McConnell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. Kept alive. Chicago leading by 6. In the corner, it's Levine. To the middle, Cornette. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
A shot by McConnell, no good.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Goes up on the wing. It's rebounded by Indiana. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Sampson got it. Good job in the low post. Sampson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
Dunn shot's good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Young with the steal. He kicks it to Dunn. Young outside. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And we've seen more face-up play at the power forward position these days, Doris. That works in favor of guys like Thaddeus Young.
Well, he is someone, Kevin, who has always thrived on quickness, his ability to drive and finish at the rim. He has developed his outside shot. This young man has paid a price to try to be more effective.
Chicago making a switch here. Carter's checked in. The pass to Dunn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana. Pacers trail by 12. Off the inbound. And a miss there off the inbound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Young pass to Hutchison. Back to Young. From deep. And that one is off. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Pass to Carter. Sampson pulls it in. The Pacers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Holiday. Second shot opportunity. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Pass to Hutchison. Left side Levine. Passes it to Hutchison. Dunn, wide open. He fires. Drains the three-pointer. Dunn's got 9.
Now, this is the area that Dunn is working on. Wants to be a proficient catch-and-shoot guy.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And so it's Chicago, riding a 15-point lead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. The pass right on the money.
Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's White, and White slams it in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Oladipo against Levine. Holiday with the 3. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. He feeds it to Porter. Makes it off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 14.
Well, you know that Porter believes he belongs in this league. His efficiency and shooting the ball with confidence in the paint, that's nice.
Here's Oladipo, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game. Porter passes to Markkanen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Oladipo outside. Now the dish to Holiday. Brogdon trying to get open. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Bulls leading by 14. Stolen by Brogdon. Now the pass to Warren. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
It's about all you can do as a defender. Warranted just that talented and has that kind of focus when necessary.
Here's Levine, and he banks in the layup. Levine's got 9 points here in the second half. Of course, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? But probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
This, to me, is where Levine's length can be a major advantage. Nice job attacking on the painted area.
And once again, off the mark by Indiana. The Bulls leading by 19. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. The Pacers making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Turner. Indiana again missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Levine dishes to White. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. White's got 7 now in this quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Hangs, and Turner finishes inside.
Well, Kevin, you love the determination, right? Miles Turner effectively getting to the window and getting another opportunity.
Here's Levine. It's deflected. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's McDermott shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. The free throw drops from McDermott.
I think I like the skill set of Doug McDermott. He's a phenomenal shooter, and he's got tremendous range.
Chicago with the ball. Pass to Cornette. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Leaf. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Sinks the three-pointer. Done with it. Pass to Gafford. Shoots a three. The shot misses. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
keep your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in My Team. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive My Team?
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in My Team.
I like the sound of that.
I know something that we're really excited about is that you're
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower. And here's a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's... Oh, what a play!
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Here's Drummond. And it's sent back by Carter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one drops. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. It's not, I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Carter. And botches the dunk.
The defender didn't block that dunk, but he changed it, and that's as good as a block.
Pass to Osman, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Markkanen passes to Carter. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. White drives in, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Darius Garland picks one up.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core, have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And Love with the second chance points.
You know, that's what happens when you don't block out effectively. Kevin Love just outworked everybody.
And here's Porter. Pass to Markkanen. Will it go? Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Hits it from three-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
When he's feeling good, he can help you stretch the defense a lot.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Cleveland leading by 5. Garland dishes to Thompson. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
Now, here's Dunn. Not a lot of room.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. So the wing on the left. Windler, the pass to Nance. Here's Satoransky. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Challenging the heart of the defense. Dunn will break you down if you don't stay connected to him.
Windler, the pass to Nance. Thompson with it, defended by Young. Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Quietly becoming more dangerous on the offensive end. Thompson draws contact.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 5. And Young slams it home.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
The slam dunk by Garland.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landing in. He wanted to make a statement.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Valentine's checked in for Dunn. Puts it up from 15. That one doesn't go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. Valentine's shot good.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Got a piece of it. Young against Thompson. Pass to Satoransky. 3 seconds left. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, leading by just 1. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Porter is out there with Garland. And it's Windler in at the 3 spot. Here's Thompson. No good there. Good defensive work there by Young. To the paint. Left block shot on the way. So they take the lead. Young's got his second bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. Satoransky covering. They grab their own miss. And Thompson slams it home.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
To the inside. And Young slams it home.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, Garland. 5 points in the game. And the pass to Thompson. 3 on 3. And that one's good. Harrison's got the lead up to 3 now for Chicago.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Pass to Garland. Back to Porter. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Porter with a block, but he stays with it. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Chicago. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, Cleveland, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
Chicago making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Kevin Love's checked in for Larry Nance. Porter kicks to Sexton. Porter pulls it in.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
White, wide open, he fires. And again, no good by Chicago. Passes to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around to the left wing. From a low drama perspective, Steve, which stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin. Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
Pass to Osman. He kicks to Porter. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Over Levine. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. So for the Bulls, Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Levine can't hit. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Porter, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Dunn picks one up. The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Sexton. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Carter. Feeds to Markkanen. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Markkanen's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Sexton. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Outside, Levine. To the paint. Here's Hutchison. The three-pointer, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And Sexton slams it in.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Offside, Markkanen. Bean passes to Markkanen. Dunn kicks to Levine. Good D by Drummond.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never got too far behind.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for Colin Sexton.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Bulls. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, down low. Levine kicks to Carter. Back to Levine. Over Drummond. Levine can't hit. Cleveland's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach. It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And let's take a second to recognize the rookies who have been doing a terrific job distributing the basketball this past month. And you look at White, 3rd in assists and a great leader.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Cavaliers trailing. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. There's the pass to Osman. Here's Sexton. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Carter on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Porter. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And the Bulls lead by 4.
This is where I like to see Porter spend more of his time looking for his shot in the painted area.
Garland, the pass to Sexton. Love trying to break loose. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Levine, here we go, and it's sent back by Drummond. Garland with it, White on him. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got the game tied up here for Cleveland. And stolen by Sexton. And now Love pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Pass to Osman. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Sexton. Here's Love, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
The awareness of the clock. Kevin Love keeping tabs on it. Releases the ball in time.
Here's White, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Garland with the bucket.
He cannot be contained right now. The hoop keeps getting bigger and bigger for him with each made shot.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Satoransky in the corner. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Satoransky's got his first basket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Inside. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Windler. Second chance shot, and Thompson gets it to go.
The powerful body of Thompson, easily able to absorb contact and finish.
Here's Satoransky, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Nance. Bulls have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. Porter's checked in for the Cavaliers. He hits both from the stripe.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Lets it go with a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Harrison passes to Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
All free throws good from Thaddeus Young.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Windler, the pass to Garland. Here's Windler. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Harrison. He averages about 5 points a game.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. There's Garland. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chicago making some changes. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's done in for Valentine. Now here's Satoransky. Done outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's Porter with the 3 to end the run. No good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2-guard spot.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that. The ability to finish with that level of authority.
Stolen by Thompson. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Garland.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Thompson up top. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Dunn. Count it. Good.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Porter in the corner. Cleveland moving the ball around. Garland with it. Back to Thompson. Young with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Hutchison. Makes it off the glass. Hutchinson's got his first points of the game.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Pass to Windler. Stolen by Satoransky. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Dunn's running.
In the open court, that's where Chris Dunn can really let loose, creating havoc for the defense.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. To the middle. And Nance kicks to Thompson. There's Garland. And he's good on the 3-ball. Garland's got 19 points.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Thompson right side. And stolen by Dunn. And here they come. Here's Satoransky, and it's good. 2 points. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
With Dunn, this is his focus. Keep the ball moving, keep everyone involved.
Bulls have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Down low, Porter with the steal. Szymanski against Nance. Offensive rebound. He feeds it to Garland. Thompson passes to Nance. And here is Garland. 4 on the clock. On the wing, Nance. Lets the 3 fly. Garland, no good.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
Here's Levine. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up, and finds the open man.
It's Carter, high post. That one falls. Carter's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. And Sexton slams it in.
This is what leaders do. You gotta love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
And Carter now, top of the key. Kick out to Levine. Porter in the corner. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. Outside Levine. Carter outside. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Markkanen. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Fires from 18. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's the 3. Trifecta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah,
movement, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
Come on, man. We had to really show this.
Wait, no! Ah!
How much?
The Chicago River winding its way through the heart. And with tip. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the 3.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team's committed to Boylen to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. First end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
It meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team in the NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Robinson for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Robinson against Levine. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Markkanen kicks to White. 6 on the shot clock. Kick out to Levine. Connects. The jumper drops.
So precise off the pass. And this is a shot Levine continues to knock down time and time again.
Jones finds Robinson. Here's Nunn. There's the triple. No good that time.
And the cold start gets a little colder.
Oh, wow.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
Offensive rebound. Outside for Robinson. Up top, Adebayo. Outside, Jones. He tries for 3. That one doesn't drop. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Well, their first miss after a perfect 4-for-4 start. Still, I really like the game plan they've come out with.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Passes it to Carter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. Levine, that one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Robinson. From deep three-point range. Rebound collected by Levine.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah. And I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again. setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Saransky's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's done in for White. The offensive rebound.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Pass to Olynyk. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Bulls.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Elbow shot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Rockets the pass to Olynyk. For the three. The rebound by Young. The Bulls leading by 8. And LaVine, here we go. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And that's 10 points for Zach LaVine. The pass to Hero. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Cornett. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Hornets. Here's LaVine. Misses the layup. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Hero. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for LaVine. And so it's Young who brings it up for Chicago. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Fires from deep. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And Miami shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Fast break, here comes Chicago. Here's Dunn, finished off the break.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes. Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a friend.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latino. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, Jay. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, we've got Satoransky, also Valentine out there, and it's Cornett in at the center, filling out the middle. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul. And the Bulls making a change here. Harrison's checked in. The baseline J. The shot by Valentine, no good. The Heat trail by 9.
Well, last season, Andre Iguodala has seen a sharp improvement in his threes. He said he figured something out with his shot, and the results speak for themselves.
The three from Valentine. Knocks down the three ball. And with Iguodala and his threes, you just need him to hit at a decent rate, Chris, to be effective.
Yeah, well, he just has to keep a defense honest and hit them when he's left open. I mean, first and foremost, he's a playmaker and a terrific defender at that. The threes are just the icing on the cake for him.
The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Hutchison, played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hutchinson's got his first 2 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Markkanen comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White in for Satoransky. Markkanen.
A towering presence with superior height. Markkanen doesn't need much lift to throw it down.
Nunn passes to Silver. Over to the wing. Takes a three. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. Gotta have somebody keeping track of him.
Now here's Valentine. Guarded closely. Harrison scanning the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot is off. The Heat go the other way with it. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And take a look at this. Every team loves to have guys like these. Big men who can pass like guards. These are their assist totals on the season. Bam Adebayo, third.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
Yeah, Greg. And the way they move the ball is tremendous. I love seeing that kind of pass work being done out there, out of the post.
Porter's checked in for Chicago. Crowder, he's checked in for the Heat. White down low. He's covered by Iguodala.
And the ability to go vertical, I mean, Iguodala's a sneaky shot blocker.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for White. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. Putting up about 24 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Back to Levine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Porter against Olynyk. Here's Markkanen. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? They have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin, what he did for the Pistons, just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's White missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Here's Adebayo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Left side, Porter. And that one is good.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
Passes it to Nunn. It's Crowder on the wing. That misses, and a chance to tie it there.
Well, he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, Porter is a quick player, jumping right down the throat of the defense with his speed on the drive.
Butler from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Butler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He had 12 points, 3 assists. And that'll do.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
To the right side. Back to Adebayo. Outside Butler. Fires the 3.
Oh, good job at sticking with his man. When LaVine is engaged on defense, it makes a huge difference.
Carter drives in. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound by the Heat.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Right side Robinson. And it's off from three-point range. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. LaVine passes to Markkanen. From downtown, that's good. And it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
So for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Harrison in for Zach LaVine. Heroes checked in for Miami. Now here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And stolen by White. In transition, here come the Bulls. Valentine wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Leonard the pass to Robinson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Robinson's got 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. Great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Here's Dragic. Banked in off the glass. Dragic has got his 2nd basket.
Oh, look, if you're open, Butler will find you. His court awareness, very impressive.
Now, here's Valentine, defended by Butler. The 11-footer, and Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Valentine.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Here's White. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Robinson for 3. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. White with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Valentine. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 8 points for him.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
No, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession. Still, plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Carter, that's good.
It's all about getting comfortable taking these shots. Carter Jr., great job hitting from mid-range.
Butler on the wing. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Robinson, that's good.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his second of this half, third overall.
Left side, Markkanen. The feed to Carter, and then Carter with the jam. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Young, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
The Bulls leading by 14. Dunn kicks to Satoransky. Pass to Hutchison. Here's Kornet, defended by Crowder. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. Miami grabs the miss.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
Pass to Nunn. Puts it up from 15. Off target. And so it's Chicago with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
But it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Satoransky. He's out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Kornet in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The first one falls. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
So it's Chicago now. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Kornet. He's guarded by Adebayo. And Kornet gets it to go.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Yeah, it's getting to him, GA. The lack of communication, the lack of trust.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The pass to Satoransky. He kicks it to Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Satoransky, the pass to Hutchison. Chicago with a new 14. Here's Kornet, defended by Jones. And it's denied. They retain possession. Kornet can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 14. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Tremendous end-to-end player. I mean, throughout his career, he's been that. I mean, just think about it. Iguodala with a nice finish in transition.
Kornet kicks to Dunn. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 14.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Passes it to Cornette. Back to Dunn. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Heroes checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Becoming more confident on the block. When Markkanen goes strong like this, he earns these fouls. Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
2 minutes, 2 on the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Markkanen. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think at going to the rim. He doesn't blow by anyone, but has the length and the hops on his drives to get a solid look while on the move.
Outside, White. Markkanen down low.
Yeah, growing up in Finland and going to college in the U.S., Lauri Markkanen quickly made the adjustment to the NBA, making the all-rookie team with the Bulls.
And Markkanen drops them both. And the stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
And I told you, Kevin, there's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy, searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much, but he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
And Markkanen drops them both. For Miami, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. .44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones for 3, drills the three-pointer. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Chicago. They led by as many as 18 points. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
First free throw is good.
An effective player on both ends of the court. The long, crafty Porter knows his strength and plays them well.
Done against Dragic. Leonard with the ball. Back to Olynyk. The 3. No good on that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.